YouTube, Listener Productions here. I'm going to be doing a tutorial video for Europa Universalis 4. Now, this tutorial video is based off of people who have either A, cracked copies, or B, do not want to install the Extended Timeline mod, but although I do recommend getting the Extended Timeline mod, it's a very nice mod that increases your time for the game and goes, I can't remember what's the beginning year, but doing this method is completely different, but can screw with your game if you want a really, really, really hard game. Like, it will challenge. So you want to go to your hard drive, because where most of your stuff is stored, pretty much all of it, unless you store your things individually on USB drives, and find where you've installed your game. Most people, it's going to be in programs, whether you're 64, 30-bit, 32-bit, it doesn't matter. It's in your program files, and you're going to want to look for Steam. And then you want to go to where it is in Steam apps, and then common, and then it would be in here, and it'd be like Europa Universalis 4, with all these other games. But for me, I have it in my program files because this is a cracked copy which I inherited from a friend. You're gonna want to go to common. And in the common folder under Europa Universalis, you can see all these files, which is where they put everything in tags. You're going to want to look for defines.lua. And this copies here is a backup, which I suggest you do in case you screw with it. I'm going to show you the copy, but when you first go to it, it's if you try to save it, which I highly recommend using only Notepad++, not just Notepad. I just use Notepad++ because it saves time and it's a very helpful program. But if you go to the properties of the default, it will, if you try to save it, like, let me show you, once I have this done, okay, good, so it isn't. So if I go edit with Notepad++, and this is where the actual editing is going to begin. So you see where it says start game, it says start date, end date, and max random new world. Ignore this for now, I usually just set it to a couple of years before. Say I want to set the starting date to 1. And you're going to want to save it. It's going to say, please check that this file isn't open in another program, and you can't save it. And the issue behind that is because by default, this file cannot be written by you. So you're going to want to go to security, you edit, select your users, which should be users, and then the name of your PC/users, which is you. You're going to want to go to, you can either select A, full control, or click modify, which will allow you to both write and modify. I'm not going to do it, because I already have it. So if you look here, and you go to security, and I go to me, it's these two checkboxes shown up, which means I have access to both modify and write on this file. Now if you look at this file, it shows the start date is 1/11/11. The end date is 9999/11. And I set the max random new world to 1/1. But I've already passed that year, I think. And here, if you really want to mess with your game files, go ahead and edit with these. If you know what you're doing, you can easily just read it right here, which is why I like having Notepad++, because it automatically sorts this here, and it puts everything in the areas. It says, look, time fabricate claim, usually this is 10, I cut this in half, it's now 5. Enter Crusades, you can change this to be the Enter Crusades in the hundreds. Truce years, you can set this to 1, launch all hell breakers. Warning years, you can set those to 5. I mean, this is the things you can do with this config file. It doesn't allow as much cheating as you think. Like, it still takes a lot of time, and to make sure everything works correctly, you need to read it and make sure you have backups. I mean, you need to have backups. You need to say, like, you want to edit some of these, like this portion right here. You need to edit it, save it, and then run the game. Make sure this is not open, because this file will automatically regen itself if you keep it open in the when you're playing the game. So usually I just close everything and program. And then I go to Europa Universalis, which I can launch it here. We play it, and our start date will be 1/11/11. But the problem with that is, here, I'll actually go switch over to the game. Give me a moment. Alright, we're back in Europa Universalis now. So as you can see, it says start date 1444, which is like strange. That's usually the standard start date, right? Nope, you can go lower. Just continue to click down. Just click right here. It will go down to 1. And then actually a saved game of this, which I was playing as England. And you see, oh yeah, everything looks normal. Wrong. And you turn off camera incognito. Okay. This is what you start off looking like. This is it. You know of just this region. You don't see all of Europe. No, you don't see that. You just see this region. You just see all, you don't even see all these numbers, you just see this. This is all you see. Originally you can, and P.S. Flanders is not there, I actually went to one, share on Burgundy. But yeah, this is, you'll know some of the people here, you'll know France, you'll know Burgundy, and I think Navarre, and I think that's it. You will not be at war with France. You won't. You will be a neutral war. You won't even be at war. Because the game, when you load it up, when you're going in this far, the game pulls back your tech as well as everything else. I'll show you what I mean by pull back your tech. But as soon as your game will start, your country will have a 6-year, every country in the world that exists at this time will have a 6-year treaty, truce with just about everyone. So now if I go to level 4 administrative, see I use console commands to spawn these in so I can get into ideas and beat anyone else, but if you look here, look right over the bar, it says you will need 86,000 power. It's because you need to wait 1,044 years. So this is what I mean by it's going to be hard. And this applies to all of them. You will have no advantage to anybody. Everyone will have the same tech level as you because they can't level theirs up. Nothing. No one can do that. Same thing for, like, doing certain tasks is really hard. Everything's extended. It takes, like, to core something, it's quite a bit longer now. I mean, everything changed within value. I mean, if you say you were to fight Norway, they could probably crush you by mere numbers. And also, ignore the manpower, but manpower is so low. You will get maybe 100 troops a month. So in almost a year, you will receive one full regiment. And this is what makes it really, really hard. Imagine Iron Man mode plus 10 times harder. I mean, it makes things very difficult. And you also have the option to, when you go back this far, the first mission I got as England was to vassalize France. So I vassalized France. Revolt, yeah, revolts get worse. Colonial stuff, overextension, oh jeez, worse. Your government, I mean, you will start off with your standard income, but the only way you will survive here is by trade. I mean, when you set off your trading fleet, you will explore this. You will explore one of these regions or one of these regions. But if you really want to get a heads up, turn this into a primary port, which is something you can do. And what it will do is it will enable it to have increased trade this is the staple floor. The 5 local trade power and 3% tax model, which allows it to have an income of over 9.0. So in turn, that's a pretty nice income. I mean, if you add that along with your trade fleet, you will pretty much start making more money than most of these guys because they haven't discovered any of this because they don't get the stuff you get. So if you ever want to like heads up or go for straight world domination, I suggest you go to console commands, you spawn in, go to 10 billion points, get up to admin 4, get exploration ideas, and then just burn through all these. And you like this, the power is the same. These ideas are not changed by like behind in time. So you can pretty much just unlock these, and that's the only console you will ever need. Because after that, you've unlocked the Quest for the New World, which allows you to bypass all this Terra Incognita. So you could be ahead of the game for a long time. Also, morale on your troops will be incredibly low because if you take too many, um, like I suggest getting really nice leaders. Because if you take too many casualties, your men will drop in morale so much that it'll say you've lost the battle, yet you've killed them all, and anonymous rebel suppression will start bugging out. So just keep that in mind. So this was just a short tutorial for Europa Universalis. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Please tell me in the comments below if I should do more of these tutorials for Europa. And yeah.